The first one is that it was supposed to be about Bilbo's son, Bingo. And Bingo was supposed to be just returning the ring, not destroying it. Bingo, just as a note, was the name of a toy that Christopher Tolkien, J.R. Tolkien's son, had. Not everything with Tolkien is like really in-depth Anglo-Saxon, philological histories. Tolkien had a problem. Tolkien had said at the end of Lord of the Rings that he lived happily ever after to the end of his days. So in Tolkien's mind, he couldn't write a book where Bilbo was unhappy. It needed to be about somebody else being unhappy and going on a journey. Originally, it was supposed to be a very Hobbit-centric story. That was what his publisher had asked from him. And Tolkien was like, okay, yeah, cool. I can write a story that has a Hobbit, that has Bingo and his 3 friends wandering along, and I can have them meet with all sorts of different hobbits and doing Hobbit things. And so it was originally a very much more limited story. What it was supposed to be about was about Bingo just returning the ring to the Lord of the Ring. Lord of the Rings was originally the name of kind of more a limited wizard who sort of lived in the area. There's this particular section from The Return of the Shadow, which is what the original draft was called. It is my belief that the Lord of the Ring is looking for you. Is that bad or good? Bad, but how bad I cannot say. Bad enough if he only wants the ring back, which is unlikely. Worse if he wants payment. Very bad indeed if he wants you as well, which is quite likely. You put him off the scent, but they are hot on it now. Servants of the Lord of the Ring. People who have passed through the ring. Yes, if the ring overcomes you, you yourself become permanently invisible, and it is a horrible cold feeling. Everything becomes very faint, like gray ghost pictures against a black background in which you live, but you can smell more clearly than you can hear or see. If you recall, this is a thing with the Nazgul in Lord of the Rings. You are a ring wraith, then. You can wear clothes, but you become under the command of the Lord of the Rings. In the very ancient days, the Ring Lord made many of these rings and sent them out through the world to snare people. He sent them to all sorts of folk. The elves had many, and there are now many elf wraiths in the world, but the Ring Lord cannot rule them. The goblins got many, and the invisible goblins are very evil and wholly under the Lord. What we see things setting up here is that Tolkien has kind of a limited idea of the person who made the rings being kind of like a lord of ghosts, but definitely not like a giant warlord with a monstrous tower and like tons of armies and stuff like that.